Hi, I'm Dr. Claire Steffen. I'm the executive and founding director of Coaching Choice College. And just a little about my background. I'm a licensed psychologist, a naturopath, certified alcohol and drug counselor, master herbalist, natural health professional, natural board certified counselor, and board certified coach with specialty designations in life coaching, wellness coaching, and business coaching. Our philosophical foundation at the college is that we offer new choice thinking, and that's a model that I developed that permeates through all of our coursework here, and it has a combination approach that comes from cognitive behavioral model, neuropsychology, and natural health methods. And so you'll see that this philosophy is based on promoting coaching in a way that taps into those advancements in the fields of cognitive behavioral psychology, education, neuroscience, behavioral medicine, integrative wellness, and sustainability. The choice concept is that, people, no matter what walk of life they're in or where they come from, they want to connect to having personal meaning. That's what's really relevant in life. The other thing we want to focus on is creating balance in our lives. And so when we have that, personal meaning and balance in our lives, then we're in line with being able to feel like we can make the kind of contribution that we want. And so that's a delicate balance there between that internal tension that our clients feel and being able to have a visionary focus about where they want to go in life, what kind of changes that they want to make. And so we look at that communication very intently and take a multidimensional approach to help our clients get there. And so when you train with us, you'll have exposure to a number of programs that really tap into, as I said, the integrative model using psychology and a cognitive behavioral approach, neuropsychology, and natural health methods. So our college has some core values, and I want to share that with you and a little bit about our strategic direction. We use a training model that promotes the development of critical and creative thinking. And so we're kind of looking at it from a brain-based approach that we're tapping into all areas of the brain functions. And we're very much interested in promotion of transforming lives and helping people develop new life skills. By connecting to those internal cognitions and being able to develop new choice thinking. All of our programs are designed in that manner, so we also want to focus on sustainability so that when you tap into the core values, you're really getting at those underlying beliefs that people have. You're not just looking at what they're thinking and how they're feeling and how they're behaving, but you're really addressing the underlying beliefs so you can support a philosophy for living and lifestyle changes that can be sustained and enhanced. Our core values at the college are that we promote lifelong learning and that we are very much interested in the diversity of folks that we work with and all the different cultural experiences that can be shared, and empowerment for all of our participants. We're always looking at innovative models and different changes that are occurring within the field, so we stay on top of that. And we like to work collaboratively and partner with everybody that trains with us. And so we're really interested in developing relationships that extend far beyond just the training that you take with us. Of course, we have an eye on integrity and authenticity within our approach to coaching and training. So we have a responsibility so that we are trusted in the field, and we want to maintain that reputation. Also, all of our coursework is designed with universal design in mind. And so we're looking at adaptive and modifications when necessary, so we meet those standards so that all people, no matter what their level of functioning, can benefit from training with us. And as I mentioned previously, sustainability. So what's happening culturally is that people are becoming more and more involved with purchasing and using up resources. And so we want to look at how do we maintain, the environment and not and leave a large footprint. And so that's why a lot of our offerings are online, and so you always have direct access to them ongoing. Even after you're done with the training, you continue to have access to the programs that you've taken with us. And we feel a strong social responsibility to maintain that kind of health within the global environment. So the strategic direction of the college is that we're interested in transforming lives through wellness coaching. And so even if you're not taking coursework that's specifically designed for the specialty designation of wellness coaching, there'll still be elements of wellness throughout the courses that you'll study. We take a liberal arts approach because, like I said, we're interested in developing creative thinking. And we want our students to leave, our trainees to leave with a feeling that they're prepared and that they've made progress and that they will have met not only the board standards, but that they'll feel in some cases, if they're just beginning to train, we also help them feel a little more prepared to take that examination that's required in order to become a coach. So we do online and or in-person learning and educational trainings. But most of our students honestly tend to take advantage of our distance learning approach. And so we're promoting sustainability in the learning and the work environment. We also, as I said, are looking for diverse and inclusive approaches within the learning and working environments. And also with the universal design approach, we want to make sure that everything provides a safe learning and working environment that is most comfortable for each individual. And so the way we accomplish that is by offering an individualized approach to learning. And so what will happen is when you enroll for a course, you'll be sent a link to access the course, and then you'll have ongoing support throughout that course with me. And so there's a different amount of time for each course that you take in which you would meet with me individually to make sure that you're getting the most out of the course. And then the other thing I like to offer is so that we don't have any kind of a cookie cutter approach. Even though there's a template for the course and it meets the standards of the board, I also tend to work with people individually so that if you have a specific type of coaching practice or type of coaching style or approach to coaching that can be incorporated into the specific coursework that you're studying with me, then we can design your course within to be able to include that approach. Excuse me. Alrighty. And so we are board certified, and it's through the Center for Credentialing and Education. And we offer courses that are 30 hours, 60 hours, and 125 hours. It is supported distance learning, as I said. So whatever course you'll be taking, at some point you would meet with me to review the coursework and to individualize your approach to learning. And then we're also very much interested in the model of social entrepreneurs, since we live in a global world and there are places in this world that don't have as much access to either mental health services or coaching services. That's the beauty of coaching, is that we can work globally and we can extend our services in a way that supports countries that are in need of that type of service. And so, I've mentioned the specialty designation training. Coaching Choice College has coursework that also allows you to meet those requirements to become a life coach, a wellness coach, a business coach, or a career coach. The other thing is, as a psychologist, oftentimes we work in a medical model. And since I'm cross-trained in wellness, that's really the focus that I like to bring to coaching. Is the best of what we've learned in psychology that we utilize. And of course, I'm not saying coaches diagnose or provide treatment. We know that that's a distinction between. But, we do, as long as you are using educational information from psychology, have the ability to utilize those programs, just not diagnostically. And so, as I was saying, some of what comes out of psychology really developed more out of a medical model, which tends to look at the client from a point of view that there is something that is a sickness, or there is something diagnostically that needs treatment. There's a condition here. And with naturopathy and natural health, we're looking at intervening before there is any kind of condition or any kind of illness. And so prevention is a big part of it, and looking at including that approach into coaching is where we begin with Coaching Choice College programs. We also offer training in niche areas. So, depending on where you're at, and what kind of services you like to offer, we can incorporate those into your training programs that you're taking, or we also have separate coursework where if you don't have a specific niche area, we can help you identify that and train in that as well. So the 30-hour training programs that we have are board certified, so they meet the standards for the coursework required from the Center for Credentialing and Education. And one that's most popular is the East Meets West course, and it looks at all different kinds of natural health treatments and the spectrum between allopathy or natural and natural health. So westernized medicine and natural health, and where they meet. We have another course on social and emotional intelligence, and how do we incorporate that into different environments. Sometimes business models utilize social and emotional intelligence. And then also we have coursework on advocacy. And it comes from the point of view of a victim-defined approach, was, very different way of looking at people's experiences and trauma, and what do they learn through those experiences, and what are the strengths that they have acquired. And so we can work with our clients, even with some of these sensitive issues like trauma, as long as not, treating from a psychological point of view or mental health point of view. Coaches still can provide a lot of support and services that are beneficial to clients to develop those strengths. We have 60-hour training programs, and another one that's very popular is designing personal relationships by choice. And a lot of times you'll find people come into coaching who maybe don't really want to go for mental health services, but they need support to improve or make some changes in their relationships. And this course looks not only at intimate relationships, it looks at family relationships, it looks at work relationships, and the whole spectrum of relationships, and how do we make them healthy. There's a second level of social and emotional intelligence training and a second level of advocacy training. So by completion of participation in any of these programs, you will have acquired the skills and training necessary to start your coaching business. And what I mean by that, aside from even preparing to take the exam and become a board certified coach, I tend to like to help people have the vision of what is their coaching business going to look like. And so oftentimes I'm helping them develop their website, maybe their brochures or their business cards. And so I tend to review those things and give some editorial feedback on them and help people think about where am I going to promote, how am I going to market. So that's part of our training as well. Oops. And so the 125-hour training program is made up of participation in the 60 hours, and you can combine these different 30-hour programs that I talked about, or you can just go right into one of the 60-hour programs, which builds off of the 30-hour program. And then you include a specialty niche training of your choice. And there's a whole list of different niche training that we offer, some of which I'll share in a little while. Or you can choose to focus on family of choice coaching, which is a specialty training program that I designed. And we're thinking of family in the broader sense of the word, not just family of origin or by marriage. We're thinking that there's many people who acquire family by choice. You know, sometimes people need to develop family because they don't have adequate support. Maybe they're students that are away from their family, you know, in school in a different state, or veterans, or military families. There's just a lot of reasons why family need to develop through choice. And then we also look at core values coaching and how that might apply within relationships, within family relationships, and business relationships. And so, as I said, you know, the student pursuing training with us may choose a specific area of choice coaching, and you can develop it and research it, and I will help you support that kind of development that becomes part of your coaching practice. And then you would acquire the necessary certification to become board certified. Well, we're looking at here some of the goals and objectives or outcomes of the Coaching Choice College training programs. Goal number one is that we're knowledge-based. And so, you know, we want to make sure that when you leave the program that you have those key concepts and those overarching themes, and that you have a working knowledge of them. We use the scientific inquiry method, and that's why we're very much interested in critical thinking. And we're looking at innovative and integrative thinking, and so, you know, kind of cutting edge research and what's going on out there in the field of coaching. We have a responsibility, both ethically and socially, to the diverse world in which we live, and so we promote interpersonal relating and adopting values of looking at coaching through local, national, and global levels. And we promote communication skills that are effective both verbally and in written format. So we also want to make sure that, you know, folks that train with us in the end feel like they have the ability to go into the community and present their skills and talk about their particular style and model of coaching, so that they can do that effectively to promote their coaching business. And our fifth goal is professional development. And so we apply evidence-based coaching skills, and we want to make sure that by the end of the training that you have that authenticity, that, you know, belief in yourself, that self-efficacy and regulation to be able to manage it, and that you've advanced in the field of coaching for having participated in our programs. One of our model themes is that wellness is a choice, and we want it, you know, to be that the clients that we work with, that shines through them like a beacon of light. We also offer continuing education through an umbrella program, which is called CE for Coaches, and our .com site there. It's an affiliate program of Coaching Choice College, and we offer quality board certified courses there. It's also distance learning. So we offer some of the cornerstone coaching courses like ethics. We have the specialty designation courses that will give you the required training to apply to the board to become board certified in those designation areas, and or renewal of those designation areas. And then, as I said, we have many different niche areas. And we're, you know, looking at building your knowledge base, building your skills, and enhancing your coaching practice. And all of our coursework is board certified, so it meets the requirements of the board. We also have support through our YouTube channel, Choice Studios, and there is the link for that. And there's many programs out there, as well as you'll see some of the music videos. I have a specialty interest area in what I'm promoting now is message music, and that takes mindfulness and guided imagery and relaxation into a different level, because it also incorporates choice and the development of new choice thinking. So if you get a chance, visit us out there. So these are some of the areas that we offer continuing education in. We have brain-based coaching programs, business and executive coaching, choice coaching programs, and in specific cognitions of choice, which is a model I designed, cognitive coaching, core competency coaching, so kind of tying back into those values, cultural competency coaching, family life coaching, group coaching. So we have coursework in all these areas, neurodiversity. And because of my background in addiction training, there's a lot going on in the field of recovery and sobriety coaching, social and emotional intelligence, spiritual coaching, sustainability coaching, trauma coaching is one of my areas of expertise, and victim-defined advocacy and wellness coaching. So talk a little bit here about the learning goals for CE for Coaches. They align with what we have offered at Coaching Choice College. So we're dedicated to bringing about the best continuing education courses possible for the field of coaching, and including the specialty designation areas of wellness, business, career, and executive coaching. And we always have our eye on focus and the intent of advancing ethical and professional practices in the field of coaching. And so by the time you have completed our coursework, you will have saved money, will have saved time, you'll receive up-to-date information and continuing education. You'll receive your certificate to submit to the board. We have very high-quality coursework, and you will have expanded your knowledge and field growth professionally. And just as a reminder, professional coaches are required to obtain 70 hours of continuing ed every 5 years to renew their certificate through the board. These are the areas of designation that the board offers, and we have our board certified coursework that's approved through the board to both, as I said, meet the requirements to apply to become board certified in these specialty designation areas and or to renew your credential. My training in neuropsych brought about my interest in brain-based learning, and I continue to learn, and I'm developing models for brain healing. These are a couple of the courses we offer that focus on that. One is my model Cognitions of Choice, which is a philosophy for living, and it has application for all different kinds of clients, clients in recovery, clients that just want to make life changes or create healthier families, healthier relationships. We have another course specifically reshaping trauma to retrain the brain. My expertise in trauma recovery work, whether we're talking about addiction or different types of abuse or any physical trauma, all different types of trauma. I've worked in the field and have designed trauma-sensitive programs over the years. And I've also had years of experience working with neurodiverse clients. And you're starting to see more focus in working environments and business environments on diversity, equality, and inclusion, some of which came out of an architectural background and some out of educational background. By the way, I was initially a child educator. I was certified as a K-9 teacher before I became a psychologist. And so, whether I'm working in psychology or coaching, I always have a focus on learning and self-help through learning. We have a responsibility socially to make sure things are sustainable and that we're conscious about how we use our resources, and global, kind of responsibility in that way. And so we have coursework that promotes sustainability, and with the idea that we want to reduce the stress of everyday living. And we want to help individuals connect to the authentic self. And we want to bring clients from a mode that is beyond just survival, and to bring them to a place where they thrive and promote that resilience and healthy kind of adaptation, and helping your clients create life balance through this quadrant approach, with is love, life, health, and conscious intelligence. And so we have a couple of different courses on sustainability. One is just sustainability coach training, one is applied, and another is a basic sustainability coach training. And you could become certified as a sustainability coach through our programs as well. We also are conscious of the need for promoting group coaching services, and we have coursework on that. And so this is what a course in group coaching would look like. And we have a focus on the foundations of group coaching, and how we look at that through world behavior, group behavior, and individual behaviors. And we also look at the stages and multicultural dimensions of group work, and look at group process and how assessment or development of leadership skills could make a difference in how a group runs, group dynamics. In some cases, you have co-leaders, and how do you work together collaboratively and handle critical incidents. And then we look at what do you do when you have difficult group members, and then some of the support systems that are out there for social justice, and or the need to take social action. And then we have an interest in social responsibility and developing social entrepreneurs through coaching. Because most of us that are doing coaching, you're working independently through your own businesses, and you may feel some, corporate responsibility to give back to your community. And so we want to include that in our approach to coaching. I'm also very much interested in developing assessment tools for the field of coaching. I think, we have a need for more of those to be designed. And you're starting to see some of them available in some of the companies that promote psychological assessments. But if you train with Coaching Choice College or CE for Coaches, some of our courses are designed to utilize these assessment tools that I have developed, and they are available online, and they generate reports that you can share with your clients, and you will have access to them. And if there are ones that you're interested in and you haven't taken the courses, you can also purchase them for a very, very low fee, almost a giveaway fee, because I want people to be able to use them and promote the advancement of assessment and evaluation in the fields of coaching. So this one, Creating Confidence Thinking, ties into the New Choice model. And we have both a long form and a short form of that. And then generally looking at confidence, because that's a lot of times where choice starts. We have a wellness self-awareness assessment tool, and it's a holistic approach to looking at wellness. One of our newer ones is limitations of sensory systems, and so it's looking at not just the individual losses, but the family response to having a family member who struggles with this type of impairment, and the cost of it emotionally, physically, and in some cases financially. Very much interested in how we support our children, and so there's an assessment tool for stomping out bullying. And my background in having worked in the court system for 10 years doing child custody evaluations, designed a parental recognition and identity development evaluation tool that is also available to our coaches. And they're available for the most part through these sites. So there's a few of them that are more paper and pencil formats, but the ones that are online are the top three. And as I said, they generate reports that you would receive and be able to share with your clients. Here's some of the testimonials. So we have a lot of satisfied customers at this point, worked with people all across the country and even some people out in Europe. And, pretty much you'll see that there's a great deal of satisfaction, people saying that they benefited from our coursework because it advanced their knowledge of coaching, their ability to have the confidence to not only start their coaching practices, but expand their coaching practices into different areas, that they felt better equipped to be able to do that, that they received the kind of support and design they needed to do with their websites and their brochures, and to get out into the community and talk about their coaching services, and to develop their own specific models and approaches to coaching. There's some other folks that are talking about how they appreciated and enjoyed the coaching through Coaching Choice College and the one-on-one approach to training that was offered through our programs. So that's one thing I think that is very unique about Coaching Choice College and CE for Coaches, that you get my individualized attention and support. And here's a couple more folks saying, how they benefited, and that the customized approach to learning really met their personal needs. And even though they may have had years of experience, they still found it helpful and beneficial. So, well, I'm hopeful at this point that I've spiked some interest and that you will look into Coaching Choice College and CE for Coaching and pursue some training with us. I love meeting new people and working with you and helping you, as I say, kind of develop your not only coaching practices, but your research areas and your interest in other aspects of coaching, and kind of having a sounding board where you can kind of think through what it is that you want to develop. And here's my contact information. You can email me at drwellness@gmail.com or give me a phone call at 541-221-3408. And when you reach that number, it will be answered by Dr. Claire Steffen. And so feel free to leave me any kind of message if I don't pick up. I will be glad to call you back in a very short time. So I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you. And I do hope to see you. Bye now.